Even people with children, and I know this sounds crazy, I don't even know if it's legal or not, but even your babies, because we have our, we get our periods at a young age, get them on birth control. It's sad, I know, and it sounds crazy.
Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
And all the girls is talking about the 4B movement. Are all the girls going to participate? Heck no, because some women got to have a man on their arm. They got to be by a man 24/7. Now, for the girls that are married and married to a good man, I will say, get an IUD, get a vasectomy, get tubes tied, get whatever you can so you don't conceive. Because honestly, I feel like people don't realize that in a just not saying, hey, I don't want a baby, so I'm going to get one. It can happen when you are miscarrying and you have to get a medical or you're going to die. There's so many examples. If you go out there and you just research,
Hold on. I hope you guys can't hear me chewing. That would be horrible.
there's so many different examples of women that had to get an abortion because it was between them, their life. They were going to die. And many of them did. So I feel like people need to educate themselves on exactly what that is and what they consider an abortion. I just saw a woman talk about how she had a stillborn birth and that was on her insurance. It was still considered because the child was not born alive. So we got to educate ourselves on terms and what they mean. Even people with children, and I know this sounds crazy, I don't even know if it's legal or not, but even your babies, because we have our, we get our periods at a young age, get them on birth control. It's sad, I know, and it sounds crazy, but you got to do what you got to do because you don't know what rights are going to be taken away and what you can and what you can't do. So everybody just get on birth control and just, I don't know, keep your latest codes because it's scary.
Get your young female babies on birth control. Did I hear that right? Not one talk about sexual discipline, about not being a WHORE. Not one.
Now that the dust has settled, it's a couple of things that I want to say. Y'all, I think I'm ready to go full 4B. I'm ready to go full 4B movement on the men. Actually, black men, y'all did well.
Oh,
we got about 80% or so.
There you go. So what do the black men get? Nothing. I know this because I saw a comment that read 20% is too high for me. 20%. Again, this just shows you the delusion of a lot of these feminists. 20% means that there was an 80% success rate. Think of that thought process. If you're in a relationship with one of these chicks, she wants 100%. She wants perfection. She wants delusion.
It's always going to be some knuckleheads that think they white and got a white woman or, whatever. Y'all, the black men did pretty good. I'm not specifically mad at black men. It's just men in general treating women like, why are our rights always up for grabs? It's not a free country if every 4 years I got to fight for my life. If y'all insist on making women second-class citizens, we don't have to give you our body. If we got to fight for our reproductive rights, we don't have to give you children. We don't have to reproduce with you. We're going to do like they doing over in Korea. Korea got a whole missing class of children because they stopped mating with the men and they stopped giving birth because their rights were not being protected and because the men were not doing their fair share.
Self-destructive.
And I'm ready to go full 4B. Women, if you haven't heard of it, look up the 4B movement. I think that the only way that women are going to get respect and change the narrative and break out of this misogynistic patriarchal nightmare is to withhold our bodies and start demanding more. We cannot be pick-me's. We cannot be chasing after men. We cannot be using our emotions and making excuses for men's poor treatment of us. We cannot be protecting DL men, especially in the church. We cannot be protecting predators. We have to stand up for us and us only because that's what they're doing. And we are standing by our men, supporting them, supporting the church in their misogyny and making us feel like second class citizens and going along with it like we agree with it. Like we really think the is the issue when really the issue is women's sexual freedom. You don't want women to feel sexually free. You want men to feel sexually free and women to be punished and carry the burden and shame of unwanted pregnancy or STDs or so on and so forth. And guess what? Well, then y'all just be celibate. How about that? How about y'all just how Grindr crashed at the RNC because y'all was DL? Y'all go ahead and keep doing that. And then we'll just keep our stuff to ourselves or we'll just share it with each other. And then we'll just go our separate ways. How about that? But as for women continuing to participate in the misogyny, even especially in our churches. Like, I just have zero patience for it anymore. I'm just not going. I'm not going. Men, they act like women are so emotional. The crash outs that I see are men. Men are crashing out. If you tell them no, when you try to act like you don't want to give them your number or that you are not interested in them, you become all kind of whores, fat, black, ugly, all kind of things. Like, the men are the ones that's crashing out. And I think we need a good old timeout from each other. If you are in a marriage that's horrible, get out of it. Get out of it. If you have trouble getting out of it and can't live on your own, get you one or two best friends and y'all make a little female compound with you and your children and y'all help each other and take care of each other. There is ways. We do not have to continue to subject ourselves to abuse, to being second class, to misogyny, to all of these things, and then can't even get adequate health care because this is what we voting for. This is what men want. And white women, y'all did not show up. Latino men, I don't got nothing for you. If they come and get your abuela, good. I don't know what to tell you. If y'all want to be white and they want to deport your grandma, I'm letting her have it. I'm not marching with nobody else. White women, y'all got to do better. Y'all still want to sleep with the men. The
Jose was crazy.
Black men, but y'all not showing up at the polls the way y'all said. Y'all did better. Not even better. No, y'all did terrible. White women, y'all did terrible. Y'all did decently okay, but how y'all was talking, y'all didn't show up like y'all was supposed to. And women in general, we have to reevaluate what we are accepting and what we want out of life. We are letting Christianity convince us that God wants us to be second place in our own homes, in our own lives. Like, we gotta be, we're giving men all the main character stuff, but we doing all the heavy lifting and all the work in the relationship and for the family and with the kids and all of that stuff, while they just sit there and get to claim authority. And we just going along with it like, that's what God wants. He doesn't want me to leave this abusive relationship. What God? That is, we got God twisted, and I feel like God is pissed about it. And I think that things are going to keep getting worse until women get pissed enough to do something different, which is withhold your body, stop engaging in these fugazi, ridiculous relationships, and pull out until you get your worth. If you are in a relationship with a man and he is not treating you to what you value and you continue to stay there, then you are just as much part of the problem as he is. Because if you withdraw yourself, if we withdraw our presence.
Yo, she can talk, bro. She can talk. I mean, she's going.
Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better.
She's going. Whew. There is no man in that house.
If we stop playing the game don't exist. We got to stop playing it. 4B. I'm full 4B at this point.
Are we done? They're out here forming gangs. Oh man, yo. Yeah. Christian women talking about the church not supporting them getting their cheeks clapped. We want sexual freedom. What a world, what a world, what a world. Both men and women should have sexual discipline.
Are no longer in the season where you can sleep around. Leave them that ain't got shit going on in their life and you have no prospects with and no real future with alone.
Doesn't this sound like this is a good thing? I mean, who's really being punished here?
Can we be honest for 1 second? Just for 1 second. Not like super emotional about it, but just honest. Do we really think we're better without men? Like, seriously, do you think that women are better off without men? And this refers to, like, literally when women think they're better without men, they say that. And then, like, the 4B movement, single moms by choice. By choice, when you actually go to become a single mom by choice, not by chance.
Right.
But, like, do we really think we're better off as people without men? Like, do we think if the male race just disappeared, we'll be fine? Like, are we fine with being alone for the rest of our lives or having a man? Not like just settling for men. I'm not talking about settling for bad men. I'm saying men, period. Do we think we're better together or separate? Do we think we're better together or separate?
The arrogance of some women who are going to answer yes. They think they're better by themselves. I've never said men should be by themselves, better by themselves. I think men and women are best when they're able to work together. If you're wondering what the future of these women will look like,
4B movement. I'll just never be done being proud of your generation and doing what we should have done. I've always said it like this. I lived my life like a man.
we believe you.
Got my own place. Date who I want, when I want, go on vacation, do this, do that. No kids, no responsibilities of kids, no daycare, no bullshit, no baby mama, no baby daddy. Do it. I'm 61 years old. Here you go. Here's that, oh, I'm going to die alone with cats lady. Actually, I've got them falling out of my pockets.
They won't last 30 days. As always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. Leave your comments down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.